just about said that Harris won the debate, and significantly more Americans said that for fulfilling this improved their view of. Hey guys, what's good? It is September 16th, 2024. You guys, yesterday I dropped a video on the Vice documentary. If you guys didn't check it out, you guys should check it out. I'm definitely going to put the link in the description below, you guys. Before we begin, I'm going to need you guys to like, subscribe, comment, and follow. That was the plan, you guys, and appreciate it. So you guys, I got a video today, a special video, you guys, on my homeboy. You guys read the title right there. It says, Kenny Heavy Shields sells me a 22 GAT. Only Kenny Heavy Shields would do that to anybody. You guys, my boy sold me a GAT back in 2012. He stole it from Uncle Dave. Him and fucking Dakota stole his own dad's gun. Kenny brought it over. They were supposed to come into the house and rob me. And because I heard this through Blake a couple days before, or a couple days later, they're supposed to come into the house and try roll on us and rob us for our shit. They end up selling us their gun. Eh? He's like, "Oh, come on, man!" I bought his 22 gun, his 22 handgun, Smith and Wesson for half a game. You guys, a half a game, half an 8 ball, 1.5. You guys, him and Dakota split right down the middle, eh? So, anyways, you guys, this gun caused a lot of trouble for me, eh? Fuck this. We got raided for it, and it was just crazy, you guys. Anyways, the reason why I put Kenny's name in there is I got a fucking bunch of crazy stories about Kenny, especially in jail when we were in the joint, hey? Kenny, I met Kenny when he got married to Nicole. Shout out to Nicole. They're still doing her thing, you know. They got a few babies together, and he got married in 2007, I think it was. He had one of the biggest weddings in Lethbridge, and I was fortunate to be there. Eh? The chief paid for it. That was my first time tasting chicken cordon bleu. But yeah, anyways, yeah, fuck, that was a wicked wedding. Fagan standing alone, right? Stomped out Garrett standing alone in the fucking right in the parking lot. Levi fucking smoked out Jackie. That was a wicked wedding. Anyways, you guys, Kenny, eh? Kenny's Kenny, you guys. He passed away, R.I.P. You know, he fell victim to the fentanyl crisis, you guys, on the real. Anyways, you guys, when I was making this title and then I was typing, I had something specific to tell you guys about this handgun. But I end up getting distracted with all the crazy stories that I have with Kenny. Hey, why not do a video for the brother, you know? And I'll tell you guys the stories, including the time he got his arm broken by a paraplegic. The time that him and Dustin went up to sell Dustin's Beamer, and the clutch broke because he didn't know how to fucking roll a stick. Yeah, I got like crazy stories about the guy. You know, he was hooking me up. I met him a few years back, maybe 2005ish, when his kid to speak with her before. I remember seeing her at the gas station before they left. She ended up fucking crashing out in front of the cemetery, in front of the cemetery in Standoff, you guys. And Kenny came to tell me what you know, when the interaction I had with her. So that's how I met Kenny, you guys. Anyways, Kenny is a MMA fighter, you guys. He's one of the first actual successful MMA fighters from the reserve, you know. He was actually the fucking he was the throwdown guy, you know. Um, he he accomplished a lot in his life, you guys. He was a real popular guy. He could have put the world on his shoulder and ran with it. My brother fell victim to fentanyl, and we all started doing fentanyl when it came out, the Oxy 80 pills. And then some of us, like myself, that got clean off of it. Others fell deep, like Kenny, into the other stuff when they brought the main ingredient of the pills. And then people weren't doing the pills anymore. They were smoking the main ingredient, which carfentanil at the time, which still is carfentanil. My brother fell victim to it. Oh yeah, that one time he OD'd. He OD'd at Mr. Man's house, and Tim Brave Rock saved him. And the first thing Kenny said when he woke up, we thought he was gonna say thank you to Tim. He's like, "Tim, take my wallet." And Tim was like, "What the fuck, man? I could have just fucking left you here." Anyways, yeah, there's a funny skit. The paraplegic was a Russian that was a part of the 1988 collapse of the USSR. He was a part of the Red Army. The Red Army let him fight, being that he was an amputee. So you know how they handicap us in the States and in Canada here? If you got an amputated leg, you can't join the war. Well, in Russia, they're not like that. As long as you can fucking throw down and you can prove you're gonna throw down, they'll put you on the list. Anyways, this guy was they gave him a the prosthetic had a knife in there. The Russian army put a knife in there, so in case he was in a situation, he had that knife. And that guy had his prosthetic leg all the way up to our jail time, 2017, 2018. He still had that knife in his leg. He made it across on the airplanes with it. All because of Kenny. He got caught with it. And I'll tell you guys here in a second, eh? Um, Kenny was Kenny was he's a character, you guys, a character in his own, you guys. He's an awesome guy. There's nothing bad anyone could say about the brother. Uh we're at Mr. Man's house, and well, I'll get back to the Russian story in a second because I kind of just want to go and kind of just piece all of them together right now. Um, at Mr. Man's house, there was these Oxy 80s that the boys brought down. They were kind of thicker and they had a sweeter taste and they were bigger. And you get this wicked fucking feeling off, and we started like we called them super beans. Here, those super beans were carfentanil. There was a difference between fentanyl and carfentanil. Fentanyl was like I can't even fucking tell you guys the difference. All I know is fentanyl is 1,500 times deadlier than morphine, and then carfentanil is 15,000 times deadlier than fentanyl. So, anyways, my point is these pills came out, and we're all sharing them at Mr. Man's. Hey, fuck, man! Everyone started going out like it was scary because everyone started dropping. But they just came out with the Narcan kits that year. Thank God, because we were losing a lot of people without those fucking Narcans. So, anyways, you guys, Kenny ends up ODing. Everybody at the house. Oh, Mr. Man, Binky. There was a few of them that started dropping. So there was like 4 or 5 naloxone kits, and they end up saving everybody. Hey, but then it came down to Tim and Kenny, because uh, Tim was being the hero, saving everybody. Eh, there was no more. They needed 2 more kits. He said he ran to the Stubbs pharmacy. Halfway there, he almost ODs. He has to sit down. But he sits down, he starts going under. So this shit was so deadly. You got to keep doing shit not to OD. You have to stay up not to OD. He runs to Stubbs Pharmacy, he gets a naloxone kit. He comes back and he Narcans Kenny. Kenny was already going blue because his heart stopped. And well, now that there's nothing funny about it, it's just like they're gonna come back, okay? So they end up injecting Kenny. Then Kenny, first thing Kenny gets up, he looks in his back pocket. Hey, did you guys steal my? Did you guys steal my? Who stole my wallet? Did you steal my wallet? So Tim almost punched him out. Well, I should have just left you. So you're gonna think that, you fucker. Kenny was going out for his wallet. Didn't say thank you. Didn't say nothing. He's more or less concerned. I got a bean in my wallet, you guys. Someone took my fucking bean. So Yeah, you guys, back to the jail story, hey? The Russian guy. Okay, the Russian guy, Kenny asked the guy, or told the guy, excuse me, and the guy wouldn't move. And then Kenny pushed him, and then the guy whacked him. And then Kenny said, fuck you, right on the stairs. And then we all got mad at Kenny because the guy doesn't have a leg. And Kenny kind of lost his, he got into an accident with, the guy was playing cards in the basement, and in unit 6 there's two, there's the top tier and the bottom tier. The bottom tier is usually for the handicaps and whatnot, okay, and then the top tier is for, you know, everybody else, eh? So anyways, the guy was making his way upstairs because the phones are upstairs. So the guy's walking up the stairs, and Kenny bumps him, and then Kenny says, "Excuse me." And the guy keeps moving, eh? And he doesn't do nothing. Kenny gets pissed off, eh? He's like, "Fuck, get the fuck out of my way, then." So the paraplegic hits him with a stick that he was walking, his walking stick, and then Kenny gets all offended. They're gonna fight. We end up stopping Kenny. We tell Kenny, "Kenny, chill the fuck out, man." And hell today, Kenny says he's hyperextended my arm, but no, he didn't. He literally fucking broke it. Anyways, the guy tells Kenny, "Well, I'll fight you tonight." Kenny says, "Well, let's go right now." So Kenny follows the guy, or the guy uses his phone, and Kenny's pacing around. And I walk out of my room because I was doing some shit. I think I was beating or something. And I walked out of the cell and to get some water, right? And I seen Kenny pacing. And I was like, "What's up, Kenny?" And he's like, "Yeah, fuck, I'm gonna check this guy out, man. As soon as he gets off the phone." And I was like, "Who?" And he's like, points at the Russian, eh? And I'm like, "Fuck, you gonna fight the Russian? Why are you gonna fight the Russian?" He's like, "Yeah, fuck, I was walking. And he didn't fucking whack me with his stick." That's in Mike. He told me the story. He's like, "No, the guy fucking has walking up there. And Kenny didn't live, or Kenny just told a fucking dipshit." So, anyways, he started laughing, and then the guy was done off his phone, and he waved Kenny to his house, and that's when you know it's gonna go down. So he walked down the stairs. He went into his house. Kenny already had his heat bagged himself out. He already had his white shirt on, and he had his yellow, his blues tied to his fucking waist. And we all wear grays in there. And if you put on your blues, the cops, are the security or the cop guys, they're gonna look at you because they think you're gonna fight. Anyways, Kenny ends up going downstairs. He right away the guards were already on to Kenny because he was already pacing. Hey, so they're already looking at it. So they got, that's why the fight only got as far as I'm gonna tell you guys. Anyways, Kenny walked in there and told the Russian guy, "All right, let's go right now." So Kenny goes in and he fucking tries to UFC the guy. The guy probably has nothing but upper strength, eh? Because when he gets up in the morning, he's always using his hands, eh? And he has big fucking shoulders, eh? And Kenny ends up spearing him, gonna pull some MMA type shit, and then he ends up the guy ends up grabbing Kenny, throws him down, and Kenny's arms come flying up like this, and the guy's over him on the back, grabs his fucking arm, because I was checking it out, hey, grabs his fucking arm right here and busted his fucking arm right out of his fucking arm, and I was like, out of the socket, I meant busted his arm right out of the fucking socket. It was one of those fights where we all started laughing because Kenny just screamed. By then the guards came out, "Code 66, Unit 6, Code 66, Unit 6." Kenny ends up fucking Kenny ends up fucking laying on the ground. My arm. Fucking, and the Russian guy was trying to put his leg because he was fixing his when he got into a tussle, his leg, the prosthetic came out, and that's where they seen that knife. And the guy, that's where that story came in because they got brought to the hole. They end up coming back up because they agreed that it was just a mutual disagreement. The guy told us how long he had the knife in his leg. Okay, he's like he wanted to have it for his whole life, and the guards said that they'll give it back to him, which is kind of solid of them because they don't give shit like that back to inmates. So he ended up getting it back though when he got out. Okay, but he said that his leg, that the Russian army actually put that in, the USSR, the Red Army actually put that in his leg. Okay, so Kenny ends up fucking getting his arm busted. That's crazy, you guys. Yeah, Kenny was cool, you guys. Right till he got into an action with my uncle Clarence. My uncle and Clarence, they all went to Lethbridge to get acetaminophen, and they ended up getting into an accident. My uncle broke his neck. Kenny smashed his head, and Kenny was never the same again. You guys, Kenny, he doesn't, he didn't change much. It was just that he was kind of slow when he talked. So, what are you doing? And then his mouth is open for a little bit, and he had little side effects to it, but not that that's hilarious or funny. That's still bad, but yeah, Kenny got into an accident, and if you know Kenny, you'll know how he changed from the old Kenny to somewhat semi new Kenny. But yeah, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that stuff. I'll drop a few more. These are one of my RIP videos to the people that we lost to that goddamn drug, you guys. Until then, next time, subscribe. Your boy is out. Peace.